Good morning, guys, and welcome to another video. So today's video is going to be another full day of eating and a full day of training where I take you through my entire triple session and I'm going to show you everything I'm doing and get into the nitty-gritty of why I'm doing it. And this is going to apply to you as well, whether you're working a 9-to-5 job or training hard for something. These little tidbits have helped me drastically and they save me so much time throughout the day. So super excited to bring you guys through my day and hopefully you can get a ton of information from this video and apply it to your life. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So the first tip that I can give you in the biggest part of my day is my breakfast. So this is pretty much a non-negotiable for me. Every single morning I'll have 3 whole eggs and then 11 ounces of Yukon Gold potatoes, a cup of fruit, and some Greek yogurt. So the reason that I always go with this is because I know it's gonna sit well in my stomach throughout the training day, throughout my work day, and just fuel me for success. Whereas if I'm constantly varying my meals, constantly varying my timing of my meals, I'm gonna be messed up and there's gonna be a lot of variables that are at play that I really don't wanna deal with. So every Sunday I cook about 15 potatoes, throw them in the air fryer, put them in the fridge for the week, and then I have these Monday through Friday. And then I just get an 18 pack of eggs, cook eggs, get some fruit, and pick up about like 10 of these Greek yogurts. It has been an absolute game changer for me switching to this low FODMAP vertical diet, which pretty much just means low inflammatory and a lot leaner and a lot less things I'm eating on the day-to-day. So I highly recommend finding a meal that works for you in the morning to set you up for success, especially if you're someone that's constantly having IBS or diarrhea or constipation. Those things need to be changed and looked at immediately because you're gonna have tremendous problems down the road if you're just constantly having stomach issues. So definitely get those dialed first because that has a huge impact on the body as a whole. And I didn't really think that at first either. I was kind of like, oh, it's just my stomach. It's not really going to affect my performance or the way I put on mass or the way I can train, but it does. It has a massive role. So look into that, do some research, but definitely look into the vertical diet, and I think that will help you a ton. Teres minor, pec minor, trap. I just want you guys to do 10 to 15 pass-throughs on each side, and it should take 30 seconds. Another thing that's super important to me and a non-negotiable is 5 to 10 minutes of morning movement every single day. So I just get my T-spine moving, I just do some thoracic extension work and some thoracic flexion work through cat-cows, which I just showed you, and then I do some iliopatellar spinal waves, some shoulder mobs, just pretty much getting the body moving, getting the body activated to let it know we're about to take on the day, as opposed to just letting your body cast itself around itself all day long and just being this stiff board. We don't want that to happen. We want to set the day up for success immediately. If we want to prevent injury throughout the day, throughout the next 6 months, throughout the rest of our lives, we need to get moving immediately every single morning, preferably out in the sun. So definitely prioritize morning mobility, morning tissue work, and this can take 5 minutes. Just do it as your eggs are cooking, as your meal's cooking, do it while you're eating, do it whenever, just get it done, and it's gonna set you up for a huge day and make you feel so much better. Because the worst thing in the world is feeling like crap, feeling stiff, and a lot of people blame it on old age, they blame it on, oh, I'm sore from the gym. Well, if you can prevent that, then you definitely need to try. So, cat-cow, shoulder mobs, iliopatellar spinal waves. When you get to the gym, you can do hangs, or if you have a pull-up bar at your house, do hangs. Do tissue work to your trap, tissue work to your teres minor, tissue work to your pec, and then do some cervical spine work. Pretty much just moving your neck into lateral flexion, extension, and flexion. So, and then you could also do rotation as well. But just take 5 to 7 minutes, and it's gonna massively change your life. All right, so we just got down breakfast. Now we're crushing our supplements. This routine doesn't take long at all. Just make breakfast, do 5 to 10 minutes of mobility and tissue work, make your supplements, and bounce. So this morning I have 6 rounds of 400 meter run and 500 meter ski erg, then some dumbbell bench, some rows, and some grip work. So pretty much what I'm prioritizing this morning is electrolytes and then carb powder. The carb powder just really helps me get through the session. So the plan now is just to get in the car, head over to session 1, and I'll see you guys there. As I head over to the gym, I am rocking this Gymshark quarter zip, which I'll put in the description right here. I'll link it. And another thing that I want to note is that whenever I'm going to the gym, I always throw on a podcast for like 5 to 10 minutes just to get my mind right, get my body stimulated, learn something. And this is super important just to learn. So whenever you have time, whether it's reading or listening to a podcast, definitely get that done. Let's go to the gym. All right, so we just finished that 6-round workout up, a 400 meter run and 500 meter ski erg. We didn't kill ourselves too much because we're doing the 2017 open workout later today. So today was just like a moderate to a little bit more than moderate pace. I did 8 minutes on the treadmill and then 150 on the ski erg. Not trying to kill myself every single session, just trying to get the work in so the stimulus does pay off. So every time you come to the gym, you don't have to give it 150%. Listen to your body, auto-regulate, follow percentages, follow paces, follow RPE scales, and that's super, super important for CNS and just overall health. So be cognizant of that. Definitely don't max out all the time. Don't do above 90% all the time. Follow percentages, follow plans, and follow paces. I can't stress that enough. So now I'm going to do dumbbell bench and some rows. All right, so we just banged out those sets. 4 sets of 10 with the 90s on dumbbell bench, right into 4 sets of 10 with the 50s on chest supported rows. Like I said, not going super heavy today on the morning session. So 90s for 10 felt good. Probably could have done the 105s, but we capped it at 90 for today, just because we did 10 superset with the 10, and then we had to rest only 60 seconds. So it was a lot of muscular endurance work, not a ton of strength work involved. So I was getting more fatigued as the session went on. But overall happy with how this morning session went. Got a good sweat going, got a good pump going. Now I'm gonna go home and work, eat, and then prep for my second session. And I'm super pumped to hit this open workout, 17.4 I believe. It's 55 deadlifts at 225, 55 wall balls, 55 cal row, and 55 handstand push-ups, 13-minute AMRAP. So that's gonna kill me, but I'm stoked. All right guys, so now we're eating the bison and rice that I always make. Like I said, always prep the meal on Sundays. I prep about 3 pounds of bison from Dakota Pure Bison and probably 2 pounds of jasmine rice, and I just store it so I can have it for lunch and dinner throughout the week. Saves you plenty of time, and you don't have to worry about cooking during lunch and dinner times. And it probably gives you back like 7 to 10 hours a week, and that's huge. So definitely meal prep. We got 220 grams of bison in here and 320 grams of carbs. So I'm really emphasizing carbs at this point in my training because I'm sweating so much. 3 Metcons a day preparing for the CrossFit Open March 1st. So I'm sweating like crazy. So my carbs right now are 510 grams of carbs daily. So I don't lose weight, and I want to get up to like 216, 217. I'm around 214, 215 right now. So that's why I'm prioritizing carbs right now, and then protein's around 250, 260. All right, so we just finished making supplements before session number 2. Pro tip, guys, if you want to get more protein in, and you don't want to carry this massive tub around, just throw it in a bag and then throw it in a lunchbox or throw it wherever, and you'll be able to drink protein throughout the day when in a pinch and if you need protein. So that's what I've been doing after my second session. Before my third session, I've been having 2 scoops of mint chocolate chip protein from Transparent Labs, and then been doing a banana. So these 2 things right here are high in protein and are nutritionally valuable. So just little things like that, if you just add those little small habits into your day, it's gonna stack up over time and lead to massive wins. So just prepare, and just be so dialed in that you aren't gonna have to be like, oh shit, I have to go to the store right now to get a protein bar. You're gonna have to spend $3 every single day if you do that, and that's $90 a month. Whereas you could buy like a tub of protein powder for half that price, and you're also not gonna be eating the most optimal bar. It's probably gonna be loaded with seed oils and maltodextrin and xanthan gum and cellulose gum. We can go down that rabbit hole another time. So just be prepared and just literally get a lunchbox and carry your meals in it, carry your snacks in it, carry whatever you want in it. And it's just gonna be huge for your performance, whether you're sitting at a desk all day, out in the fields, or just training. So going to session 2 now. I will see you guys there. All right, so the first order of business today is gonna be to build to a heavy hang clean from the mid patella. So I just hit 225, now I'm gonna warm up to 245. We'll see if we can get past 315 today and just see how it feels. All right, we got 300 loaded in the bar here. Gonna try to make it look easy. Yes, sir. All right, pretty stoked with how that went. Just hit 330, gonna cap it there. Probably could have gone up 15, 20 more pounds, but just to a heavy single today. Don't want to blow it out like I talked about, just because I have the open workout later that I want to give all my energy and effort to. But overall, happy with a 330 hang clean from mid patella, considering I don't do that often. So happy where that's at. Now we're gonna move into power jerks. Power jerks are definitely one of my weaknesses because pretty much it's a new movement. I only started doing it about a year ago when I started CrossFit. But the reason that it's difficult for me is because I have a little bit of poor T-spine extension, so being able to push the bar above my head and get my neck through in order to stabilize at the top has been sort of a learning curve for my subconscious. So the way those 2 reps at 240 looked definitely pleased me, and we're gonna see how these keep moving. We're throwing 245 on now. Let's go. All right, we got 1 to 265, happy with that. Like I said, just gotta get my head through, just gotta get that through my subconscious. Now, we're gonna warm up for the CrossFit Open Workout 17.4. All right guys, so we just got done with that training session. Banged out workout 17.4 for the open. I'm pretty happy with how I did in the first 3 movements. I got the 55 deadlifts at 225 done in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Then did all 55 reps of wall ball unbroken. And then did the 55 cal row in around 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So I got to the handstand push-ups with around 5 minutes left, and I ended up getting 50 handstand push-ups.
I have not been doing much kipping handstand push-ups, so the movement pattern's a little off to me. So I'm not super upset with my inefficiency there. I just kept coming off the wall after I pushed, just because I'm a bigger guy, so it's a lot of stress on the neck. So I'm gonna continue to hammer home those movements, because if I can get efficient with kipping handstand push-ups, there's no reason I couldn't get into the next round of deadlifts and bang out at least 20 or 30 of them. So I'm super happy with that. And then now I'm just sipping on my protein shake, 58 grams of protein right to the face, and then going on a zone 2 run with Liz. And I just want to talk about why I'm so locked in and why I'm so dialed with all my routines. And it's because I know what it's like to suck. I know what it's like to be skinny. I know what it's like to be told that you can't play at certain colleges. I know what it's like to be one of the worst players on the team. I know what it's like to have everything go wrong for you. And that's the last place I ever want to be again. And over the last 7 to 8 years, I've completely changed my life for the better. And of course, I'm still growing and learning and everything. But once I took the first step of becoming obsessed with the process of getting better at fitness, and it was once baseball, and creating content, my life has completely changed. And I don't want to leave any stones left unturned. I will literally do everything in my power to get where I want to go. And I never want to be that kid that wasn't good enough. I never want to be that kid that wasn't strong enough, didn't do enough, has to go do this job because he didn't take the risk. That is not what I want to do. I want to be so locked in and absolutely squeeze every single ounce of talent out of my body, whether it be in business or in CrossFit, that I possibly can. So that's why I'm so dialed, because I don't want my 40-year-old self saying, Drew, you could have done more. You could have done more. No, I want him to be proud of me. And I know that he would say to my 20-year-old self that you need to just go after it, go all in, and you have nothing to lose. So continue to pursue fitness, continue to make content, continue to build businesses, because the road less traveled is literally going to make all the difference. And that's why I'm so locked in, because I care about this so much, and I don't want to limit myself. I just want to be so dialed in that I get everything done. And that's what I want to show to you guys. I want to show that you guys can do it too. I literally was like super unathletic, wasn't fit at all, wasn't strong, but I said to myself, you know what? We're going to make this happen. I had no followers on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram a year ago. Now I'm pushing 200,000. It just comes down to consistency, putting in the work daily, and getting after it, and literally not giving a flying fuck what anyone thinks about you. The only opinion that matters is yours, so do what you want to do, get after it, and win. You guys have changed my life. I can't even express how much you mean to me. You just watching this YouTube video means the absolute world to me, and I promise you I'm going to pay back every single one of you guys with value, knowledge, and just create a community that excels and dominates in this world. So keep getting after it, guys. You mean the world to me.
All right, so we are now home, about to house down a big meal, chicken broccoli and ziti. Gonna have about 2 bowls of this. And I just want to talk about how right now my strain's at a 17.6 on Whoop. So that means I definitely pushed my body super hard today. So it's super important to understand that you pushed your body very hard during the day. So prioritize hydrating with water and electrolytes every single night and refueling your body. Especially if you're an endurance-based athlete or an athlete that's trying to put on weight. If you're not fueling properly and you're not eating properly, the stimulus just isn't gonna be super advantageous, and you're not gonna get a ton of benefits from it. So get home at night after your training sessions, when you're winding down, eat a big meal, eat 2 meals if you have to. Like I'm gonna eat this meal right now. I'm gonna have 2 servings of it with pretty much like 150 grams of carbs and 75 grams of protein. And then around 9:30, gonna have another meal, which is in about an hour. It's already 8:30. So then I'm gonna keep drinking water just to aid digestion, so this meal digests before I get to that next meal. But to just keep all of this in perspective when you're trying to increase your performance, when you're trying to increase your hypertrophy, when you're trying to just perform in life. So make sure all this is dialed in, and for the first week, you can plan it out on MyFitnessPal, whatnot. You can plan your meals, but it's gonna become like clockwork. You just gotta stick to it and get after it. So I'm gonna house this down. They're gonna go work a little and recover. All right, guys, so for the last meal of the night, we're going with a Dave's bagel with peanut butter, and then we're doing 1 scoop of Transparent Labs grass-fed whey protein, which is mint chocolate chip flavor. Absolutely unreal. So we mix it into like a sludge with just like a little bit of milk, so it gets into like almost like a sludgy type material. And then I throw some honey in for some extra carbs, which I got here, and then just a little bit of peanut butter just to make it a little thicker. And then I throw bananas on top. This is a great way to get protein in quick. Even if you just want isolate, just literally do scoop of protein, a dash of milk, and it doesn't even make that much, and you just crush it in like 5 or 6 scoops, and it sits super easy on the stomach. So it's about 10 o'clock right now. I literally just ate like not too long ago, but I had a ton of water and just was able to digest the food, and I burned like a ton of calories today. So getting this meal in now is gonna set me up and recover me into my off day tomorrow, which is Thursday. And yeah, so I'm gonna eat this, watch a little bit more of Suits, and I'm gonna end the video right here, guys. As always, I really appreciate everything you guys do for me. Your support means the world. More and more content coming out, so stay tuned, stay fit, and keep getting after it. Peace.